Morning dear friends, today I am going to explain your second lesson, Too Real, which is written by Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy is a Russian writer and he is a best-known novelist and short story writer, and he is called as the world's best novelist, and he has written this story and which is adapted from Guy V. Maupassant's earliest work, Condemned to Death. From this work, this story is adapted. And when we hear the word dear, it doesn't mean lovable or nearest one or adorable or dearest one. It means too costly or too expensive. And there was one tiny little kingdom which was near the border of France and Italy on the shore of Mediterranean Sea. The kingdom name is Monaco, and it was literally a tiny kingdom. Tiny means a small little kingdom, and only 7,000 inhabitants used to live in that kingdom, and it was a small land. If we divided that land, even an acre, even a person would not get an acre per head. Next, in Monaco, there is a real kinglet, palace, courtiers, ministers, generals, bishop, and an army. Like other kingdoms are having, this kingdom also have all the facilities and like kinglet, king, prince, and palace, courtiers, taxes, and all. And an army also was there in that kingdom, but it is not a big army. Only 600 soldiers were there in that, and there are also taxes on tobacco, wine, spirits, and poll tax. Poll tax means education, election tax, and spirits means it's a gas. There was taxes on gas also, and from this source the kinglet used to get income or revenue from tobacco, wine, spirits and poll tax. And there was one special revenue in that kingdom which the king used to get. That special revenue came from gaming houses where people play roulette. Roulette is the name of the game. So this is the main source of income for this prince. By this special revenue, the king was ruling his kingdom very nicely. Though it is a dirty business, he was supporting for this gaming house, because this is the only gaming establishment which left in Europe, because in other German sovereigns and other countries, this gaming house did much harm. Like we had one game like a whale. At the end of the game, the player should shoot himself or he should commit suicide or murder. Like that, this gaming house, if people come here and play and try his luck, if whether he wins or he loses, the keeper always gets benefit from every turn over. And if the person loses his game, loses his luck, at the end of this game, he has to shoot himself. So because of that reason, all the German sovereigns and all the countries in the Europe forbade this game. But there was no one to stop this kinglet which was ruling Monaco. So this is one of the special revenue which the prince was get. Next, and as proverb says, you can't earn stone palace by honest labor. This is one of the main proverb which is mentioned in this book. It means if we work hard, honestly, and we can't reach our goal in a short time. So to reach our goal, to gain success, some people take a shortcut way, and it is not good to gain a real success. is not a real success. So though he was knowing this is a dirty business, he used to get taxes from tobacco and wine and this gaming houses. Next, he has his coronation, his levees, and he awards sentences and pardons, and he also has his reviews, consular law and court of justice, just like other kinglets has. And now it happened a few years ago that a murder was committed in this Troy princess domain. The people of that kingdom are peaceable and such a thing had not happened before. So once the murder was committed in this Toy kingdom, but before that there were no such kind of activities took place. The judges assembled with much ceremony and tried the case in the most judicial manner. There were judges and prosecutors and jurymen and barristers. They argued and judged, and at last they condemned the criminal to have his head cut off as the law directs. So all the jurymen, prosecutors and barristers gathered and they discussed and took decision that the criminal's head should be cut off. So finally, next they submitted the sentence to the prince. The prince read the sentence and confirmed it. If the fellow must be executed, execute him. So finally, they decided to execute the criminal's head. Next, there was only one hitch in the matter, and that was that they had neither a Gallican machine and nor an expert. The ministers considered the matter and decided to address an inquiry to the French government, asking whether the French could not lend them a machine and an expert to cut off the criminal's head. So, in the Toy kingdom, Monaco, there were neither a Gallican machine nor an expert. So finally they decided to send a letter to the French government asking to send the executor and the Gallican machine. A week later the reply came, a machine and an expert could be supplied and the cost would be 16,000 francs. This was laid before the king. He thought it over. 16,000 francs, the bread is not worth the money. Said he, can't it be done somehow cheaper? Why 16,000 francs is more than 2 francs a head on the whole population. The people won't stand it and it may cause a riot. So 16,000 francs was costly to this Prince of Monaco. He thought that it would be made little cheaper because only 7,000 inhabitants were there in this kingdom. So he thought that to put as a tax on the inhabitants, and he also thought the people would not stand for it. It will be more costly to the taxpayer. So next he decided to write a letter to the Italy government. So a council was called to consider what could be done, and it was decided to send a similar inquiry to the King of Italy. The French government is a republic and has no proper respect for king. Being a republican government, the French government did not pay much attention and give respect to the King of France. So, as we know, the King of Italy is a brother monarch of King of Monaco. The King of Italy was a brother monarch and might be induced to do the things cheaper. So the letter was written and a prompt reply was received. So as I told, secondly they wrote letter to the Italian government and he got a reply from the Italian government. The Italian government wrote that they would have pleasure in supplying both machine and an expert, but the whole cost would be 12,000 francs. It is also costly for the King of Monaco, including travelling expense. This was cheaper, but still it seems too much. The rascal was really not worth the money. It would still be nearly 2 francs more per head on the taxes. Another council was called, so this idea also was not worked properly. So the King of Monaco thought that 12,000 francs also more for every people, inhabitants of Monaco. So next he called the council and they discussed over the matter, and could not one of the soldiers perhaps be got to do it in a rough and homely fashion. So finally they decided to cut off the head of the criminal by soldiers, but the soldiers refused to cut off the criminal's head. Why? Because in fact that is what they are trained. The king asked, "Can you find us a soldier who would cut the man's head off?" In war, they don't mind killing people. In fact, that is what they are trained for. The king asked one of the soldiers to cut off the criminal's head because they are trained for to kill the people in war, and they never mind in killing people. So the general talked it over with the soldiers to see whether one of them could not undertake the job, but none of the soldiers would do it. No, they said, "We don't know how to do it. It is not a thing we have been taught." The soldiers replied and refused to cut off the criminal's head. Why? Because they are not trained for or to cut off the head. They told they are only trained to fight with the enemies in the war field. So next they discussed what was to be done. So next we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.